Hey everyone, welcome to the craft room. That's kind of trippy what those lights are doing tonight, don't you think? I think I better turn them off because I think they'll be a bit of a distraction for my video. I did add my blingy butterfly and my blingy flower. So let me get these lights turned off so that we're not distracted. Hey everybody, welcome back to the craft room. I thought we would just sit and have a little chit chat today, and I will tell you about a day in the life. No video, just pictures and chit chat. But today, being Wednesday, April 28th, for real, that's the day it is, and it is approximately 8:45, so quarter till 9. My day started at 8:30 this morning. So when I got up, got dressed, went to work. Work being our lock shop, which is a half a block away, where we have that, from where we live. We live above our other business, but we're getting there. Thought I heard Steve coming. Anyway, as I told you in yesterday's video, we were supposed to get rain today. We should have gotten severe storms. So first thing this morning, I grabbed my umbrella, and I just got a message. I grabbed my umbrella and took it with me just in case I needed it, which I didn't need it at a quarter till 9 this morning when I walked across the street. So what did I do over there? I opened the store. Then, of course, I called customers. I answered the phone. I sold stuff to people. I cut keys. That's about it. Oh, and today is the day that our food rep comes in and gets our order for delivery for tomorrow, which is Thursday. And so we talked with him for a while and got some ideas, bouncing some things off of him and, you know, getting our order in place, etc., etc. So finally, by noon, which Steve and I like to try and eat by about 11, or by about 10:30, 11 o'clock. But it was almost noon today, I think, before we got a chance to eat. So I come over and there was 3 Johnsonville jalapeno and cheddar sausages, and there was another Johnsonville, I think it was a hot and spicy or something like that. I'm not sure. I got those just for Steve. But I heated those up and we put them on the best hot dog bun ever. It was just a slice of white sandwich bread with a little bit of mustard on it. And I also packed some tortilla chips and some salsa because the sausages were not going to be enough for lunch. So we took those back over, ate. While we were eating, we got a package from UPS, which was some gaming supplies for our restaurant / gaming store. And so we went through those. And I brought a box with me over when I came to sweep. Wednesday is our cleaning day and prep day because we are only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at our restaurant. So I came over and swept, did my job, and then I went back over to the shop, the lock shop, while Steve came over to mop. Same thing, talk on the phone, you know, take care of customers, but I did watch some YouTube and I scrolled some Facebook. And the only fiber thing that I got accomplished today was not what I had planned on doing. I grabbed this bag and stuffed it in this bag, which this has a project in it I didn't even touch. This was just something random because I was telling Steve last night, it's like, you know, my brain is stuck on this. I can only make hats again, which that's all I function on is hats. And he's like, well, weren't you going to make some more dice bags for the castle? I'm like, yes, I was. I do have one started. Completely forgot about it. However, it was a little bigger than I was wanting it to be. And by the time I got around, I just shoved it all in here. By the time I got around to it, the skein was like totally falling apart because it was a used skein. At this point, in my mind, it's just a scrap. But it's not really a scrap. There's a lot there. This is the primary stripes. If you remember, I made Rainbow Kitty out of this. And since the skein was falling all to pieces, this is all I accomplished. I got it wound into a ball. That's it. Yeah, so took me all afternoon to do that. So my plan is I'm going to make a dice bag or two out of this, and I think I'd originally started it, water dripping out there. I originally started with a size H hook, but I believe I will go ahead and do it with a G probably instead of an H, so I can make it a little bit smaller. And that's going to drive me nuts, that dripping of the water. Ignore it. Okay, so that's what I got accomplished fiber-wise today. So fast forward to about, and we've been trying to get in contact with some service people to do some work that we need here at the castle. Because if you're new here, we just got a grill and a fryer, and we're working towards our goal that we set 10 years ago of serving hamburgers and french fries. We're getting it so super close. It's just so exciting. But I called some service providers. The electrician that we had used previously when we did some electrical work wasn't even listed in the paper or the phone book. I called the number that I had and it was out of service. So I called the city, and they did have a current list of service providers that are licensed. And what the licensing entails, I don't know. And this is just plumbing, heating, and electrical, and demolition, like houses and stuff. So anyway, I called them. They said, yeah, we have current ones. I was like, okay, can I come get it? Do I need it? She said, you can just come on up. Well, I mean, our city building has been, shut down. You couldn't go in for quite a long time. But she's like, yeah, we're open. I was like, okay, well, I'll be up. So I went up and grabbed the list and looked at it, and lo and behold, the electrician that we used before is in the list. We were so super excited. So I made that call, did get a hold of them, which they ended up calling me back later in the day. So that's a plus. And contacted the individual who is hooking some things up for us. And that's a plus. We're getting closer for that. So, I mean, things are really working out pretty good. Anyway, so about 4:30, I decided to go to the grocery store to get the grocery items that we needed for the castle for the weekend, which those mainly are things like lettuce, bell peppers, onions, tomatoes, just stuff like that. The basic stuff that we don't use a whole lot of, that we don't get from our food supplier. And 2 weeks ago, I bought some coleslaw from the food supplier. It was okay, but I'm like, I can do better. I've done this before. I've made coleslaw before. I was just being lazy. So I also got cabbage and carrots so that I could make coleslaw. Okay, so on my way to the castle, my son messages me. He goes like, can I borrow the van? I'm like, maybe. So he needed to borrow it, I think because his car is being worked on. I don't know. I didn't ask. But he said, well, I'll walk down there and pick it up. And I'm like, well, I'm getting ready to go to the store. I can just come by and pick you up, and then you can drop me off. He's like, perfect. So I drove by and picked him up. We went to the grocery store. I got all the stuff that I needed, including stuff for us, just a little bit for us. What I get for us. And some Oreos and some RC Cola, which RC is kind of a new thing around here. I haven't seen it a whole lot until just here recently. So, I mean, we like RC Cola. That is like the cola of the childhood, So I got those 2 items for us. I was going to get some other items for us, but they were out of stock. This was the first day of the sale, and they just didn't have anything on the shelves. Somebody had come in before me and bought it all. But that's okay. I probably didn't need it anyway. It was just going to be some extra surplus stuff to put on the shelf for later if we should need it. So, got all that. I come home. My son dropped me off and come in, and Steve cooked the most amazing Philly cheesesteaks for supper. I bought some steak meat, and we used some bell peppers and onions that we needed to use up that we could not serve to our customers again this weekend. And we just put them on a hamburger bun that we had that we're sampling. They're really good buns, by the way. And oh my word, when he brought them up to eat. He said, "You're going to need napkins." And he was not lying. Here's my Philly cheesesteak sandwich. They were really, really good. And then after that, I made the coleslaw, homemade coleslaw, which it is really good too. And after that, I made homemade chili, which we sell homemade chili, and we make it ourselves. Obviously, it's homemade. Makes about 5 pounds of chili, I believe, and if my estimations are right, I made about 3 pounds of coleslaw. It's a lot. Yes. And also, while Steve was cooking the Phillies, I got the stuff out to put in our sandwich cabinet so it could start thawing for the weekend. Because every Sunday we take and put in stuff in the freezer and then pull it back out. That way it's not sitting out all week and going bad prematurely before we can use it again. So, I now have a pile of dishes waiting for me. I will probably wait until tomorrow to do those, because due to the weather and just everything that I've done today, I'm really tired and I'm ready to sit down and relax. So, that is my day. I hope you guys had a wonderful day as well, and I will check back with you right back here in the craft room for my next video.